Good evening, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Together with the Presidential Communications Office, we bring you the latest, widest, and most comprehensive news coverage from the People's Television, IBC, Philippine News Agency, Philippine Information Agency, and Presidential Broadcast Service. I'm Joe Fernandez from Radyo Pilipinas. Welcome to Balitang Pambansa. Tonight's headlines. Nearly 2,500 agrarian reform beneficiaries are now debt-free following President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s distribution of certificates of land ownership award and certificates of condonation with release of mortgage in Pampanga. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. notes the Meralco Terra solar project is set to generate over 10,000 jobs, spur economic growth, and position the country as a renewable energy leader. The Japan International Cooperation Agency lauds the Marcos administration for its exemplary performance in disaster response after 6 consecutive weather disturbances battered the country. The Tabang Bicol Tindog Oragon Relief Caravan kicks off in the Bicol region, benefiting over 170,000 typhoon victims. First Lady Luis Liza Araneta Marcos leads the Lab for All program, which offers free medical and dental services to residents in Pasay City. Today was a special day for Pampanga farmers who worked the land all their lives. The President, along with Agrarian Reform Chief Conrado Estrella III, paid them a visit bearing Christmas cheer and coveted gifts. PTV's Kenneth Paciente tells us more on the land titles and ownership papers Pampanga farmers received today.
A total of 2,487 agrarian reform beneficiaries from Pampanga received certificates of land ownership awards or CLOA and certificates of condonation with release of mortgage or COCROM led by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. 2,939 COCROMs were distributed, erasing the debts of farmer beneficiaries. Over 3,900 hectares of land are covered by the distributed certificates, equivalent to more than 206 million pesos in condoned amortizations, while 30 land titles were also awarded to select farmers.
Kasama na rito ang amortisasyon, ang interes at iba pang mga surcharge na nakakaangkla sa inyong mga lupang sakahan sa loob ng napakahabang panahon. Simula ngayon, pinapawalang bisa na po natin ang inyong utang sa lupang ipinagkaloob sa inyo sa ilalim ng reformang agraryo.
This is also a step toward addressing the challenges faced by farmers who were among the most affected by the recent storms and typhoons and recognizing their main role in ensuring the country's food security.
Isang hakbang ito upang pagtibayin pa ang sektor ng agrikultura at matulungan na maiangat ang antas ng pamumuhay ng ating mga magsasaka.
The President assured the government will continue efforts to strengthen the agriculture industry through public-private sector partnerships. One key strategy is enhancing seed production to reduce reliance on imports by establishing seedling nurseries in various locations.
Nag-i-import pa tayo ng mga seedling, dapat kayang-kaya naman natin gawin dito sa Pilipinas. Kaya't yan po ang ating bagong programa para paramihin ang seedling production dito sa Pilipinas. Hindi na tayo mag-import at kasama dyan ang ating mga magsasaka. Pinakamagandang seedling ang kanilang gagamitin sa kanilang pagtatanim.
This initiative is a huge help to the beneficiaries.
Masaya kami. Naging sa amin na yung lupa, walang intindihin na bayad. Ang intindihin na lang kung paano makapag-harvest sa lupa. Pagkikinabangan na yung lupa na diretso na lang.
Magpasalamat sa ating Pangulo na sa magandang programa na makakatulong at makakaangat ng pamumuhay ng aming katulad naming maliliit na magsasaka sa kanyang mga programa.
The President encouraged beneficiaries to work hard and develop their lands not only for their own good but also for the country's sake and development. From PTV Manila, Kenneth Paciente, Balitang Pambansa.
The magnitude of its impact alone is astounding. 2 million households energized and powered up, and 4.3 million metric tons of environmentally harmful carbon dioxide taken off the air or the atmosphere. And that doesn't include the $3.25 billion or 200 billion peso price tag for the project, as we hear more in this report from PTV's Benji Durango.
A 3,500-hectare solar power plant is being built across the provinces of Nueva Ecija and Bulacan. This project, to be called M-Terra Solar, had its groundbreaking ceremony today, attended by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
Now that the time capsule has been sealed, the President shall lower the time capsule.
The 200 million peso project of Meralco Power Gen Corporation and Terra Solar Philippines Incorporated is now in full swing, aligning with the President's goal of developing renewable energy in the country.
Today we take a leap towards the future, driven by innovation and sustained by our collective hope for a cleaner and greener Philippines.
The project will be divided into two phases. In February 2026, the 2,400 megawatt solar farm will be opened, and an additional 1,000 megawatts in February 2027.
This landmark project will put our country on the map as a leader in renewable energy.
Once completed, it can generate 3,500 megawatts of its 5 million panels. This is equivalent to powering 2.4 million households, or 67% of the NCR.
The Terra Solar project will help stabilize our power supply, reduce energy costs, and contribute significantly to our target of 35% renewable energy share in the power generation mix by the year 2030.
According to MGen President and CEO Emmanuel Rubio, since the power generation cost will decrease, it is also possible for Meralco to reduce its charges to its customers.
Pag-operate nito, malaramdaman na ng mga consumers. No? And the full delivery of its capacity is expected to be 2027 February. No? But in first phase, we'll be delivering March 2026.
It will also provide 10,000 jobs for Filipinos while reducing the country's carbon emissions by 4.3 million tons annually.
We are working towards a steady and reliable power supply that will meet the demands of today and continuously fuel our ambitions for tomorrow.
We will build, we will take action, and we will never stop daring.
This project will place the Philippines on the list of countries leading in green energy generation. From PTV, Benji Durango, Balitang Pambansa.
The Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA, will strengthen its alliance with the country to further boost disaster preparedness and response. PTV's Clazel Pardilla has the report.
The Philippines and the Japan International Cooperation Agency are set to enhance their partnership to improve the country's early warning system following the impact of recent typhoons. An early warning system is a critical mechanism that delivers timely alerts on impending dangers or disasters to help mitigate risks and save lives. This initiative was a key topic during a courtesy call by JICA President Dr. Tanaka Akihiko to President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. at Malacanang Palace. President Marcos Jr. emphasized the importance of adopting modern technologies to address the challenges posed by climate change. He also underscored the need to continue promoting clean energy programs, considered vital solutions to the climate change.
JICA has always been an important partner for the Philippines. It started off only infrastructure, but now you've expanded into other areas. So we hope we can continue, especially the big projects that we have now.
JICA, a Japanese agency providing support to countries worldwide, praised the Philippines for its exceptional disaster response capabilities, despite the frequent typhoons affecting the country. The agency noted that the recorded number of casualties remains significantly low, comparable to more developed nations. Dr. Akihiko expressed confidence that the Philippines' expertise in disaster management could make a substantial contribution to global efforts in this field.
As a country, sharing the similar fate of having lots of typhoons, but the recent experiences reinforce us to continue collaborative work in terms of disaster risk reduction.
To further enhance disaster preparedness, the Presidential Communications Office is collaborating with the JICA to digitize PTV4 through digital terrestrial television broadcasting. This initiative aims to establish an emergency warning broadcast system, or EWBS, which will provide vital alerts during emergencies. Under this system, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council will send pre-notifications to local disaster councils and use emergency warning broadcast system alerts from the Command Operations Center at the Emergency Operations Center. These messages will then be broadcast nationwide through PTNI stations. PTNI's EWBS servers will transmit these alerts as broadcast signals to set-top boxes, ensuring that critical warnings reach households across the country promptly. From PTV Manila, Kalezal Pardilla, Balitang, Pambansa.
Despite the United States having a task force ayungin, National Security Advisor Eduardo Año stated the operations in the UN Shoal remain under the full control of the Philippines. Año clarified the task force has no direct involvement in operations at the UN Shoal, including resupply or bore missions at BRP Sierra Madre. But for Año, the support provided by the task force is a great help, particularly in intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance operations, as well as maritime domain awareness, which is not solely focused on a UN shoal.
This is a U.S. task force, meaning to say it is internal to them on how they will support the armed forces. The RORE, the Ayungin, is always a pure Filipino operation. This is not centered just on Ayungin. It is, kumbaga, lahat ng aspect ng MDT, SEB, ang ating collaboration with the U.S. forces.
The government has distributed 850 million pesos worth of assistance, programs, and services during the Tabang Bicol Tindog Oragon Relief Caravan in the Bicol region, benefiting thousands of victims of recent typhoon cyclones. PTV's Melanes Moras has the full details.
Due to the series of calamities that struck Albay, Eminent's family's home and farmland sustained damages, leaving them with almost nothing. That's why she is deeply grateful for the launching of the Tabang Bicol Tindog Oragon Relief Caravan by the House of Representatives in partnership with the DSWD and other agencies to help people like her recover from the catastrophic events.
Diyos ko po ma'am, nawalan kami ng mga hanap buhay, saka yung bahay namin talagang medyo naapektuhan talaga, tapos yung mga panganap buhay namin, yung mga tanim talagang nasira. Ito po ay malaking na po sa amin tulong kasi po tulad po sa pagkain, sa pagpapaayos po ng mga yung konting po sa bahay.
House Speaker Martin Romualdez led this initiative in the Bicol region together with several other lawmakers. They visited Catanduanes, Albay, and Naga City as well as Pili in Camarines Sur, one after the other to distribute financial assistance, rice, and other forms of aid. In total, the government has provided around 850 million pesos worth of aid, programs, and services to about 170,000 beneficiaries in the region.
Tuwang-tuwang kami kasi itong programa nating Tabang Bicol, Tindog Oragon ay napaka-successful. Nagpapasalamat ako sa lahat ng mga local officials na tumutulong dito sa pagpaplano, pag-coordinate at siyempre sa lahat ng mga ahensya na tumutulong dito.
From the officials to the residents of the Bicol region, everyone expressed delight with this meaningful caravan.
Grabing pasalamat namin, maraming pasalamat namin na may dumating sa amin na tulong. Kahit pa paano makatulong sa amin.
Well, una-una mo ay yan po ang talagang tatak Romualdez, matulungin, may malasakit. Lahat po iniisip, katulad nung sa housing assistance po, siya mismo nakaisip sa mga. Sali, tawagan mo si Secretary Acosar kung anong pwede may tutulong. Tubig, kuryente dito sa Albay, lahat po yan ina-address po nating speaker.
From PTV Manila, Melanes Moras, Balitang, Pambansa.
The Office of Civil Defense in Eastern Visayas reports no casualty following the onslaught of recent typhoons. This is being attributed to the coordinated efforts of government agencies and local communities in preparing for and responding to calamities. Philippine Information Agency Eastern Visayas Sol Alarcon gives us the details.
Through the combined efforts of various government agencies and the cooperation of the local communities, Eastern Visayas region has zero casualty after the onslaught of Super Typhoon Pepito as officially declared by the Office of Civil Defense, Region 8.
We're very happy with the result because we have zero casualty, meaning no deaths, no injuries, no missing, and because of the combined effort of all the agency, we also have a very effective preemptive evacuation.
With this, the LG8 Regional Director Arnold Agabi commended the preparedness measures of the LGUs and the cooperation of the communities as well.
So, magpapasalamat tayo dahil yung mga local government units natin immediately acted on the advisory given by the Regional Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. At at the same time, we also appreciate sa kooperasyon ng ating mga mamamayan.
As everything returns to normal, Luz Supitran of Sagkahan, Tacloban City expressed her gratitude for the government's early warning, which allowed them to prepare. According to DSWD 8, Super Typhoon Pepito has affected 57,752 families from 373 barangays or 205,297 individuals in the region. From the Philippine Information Agency, Eastern Visayas, Sol Alarcon for Balitang, Pambansa.
The Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, or DSUD, provided over 6 million pesos worth of financial aid and 15 million pesos in housing materials to typhoon-hit families in Albay and Catanduanes. During the Bagong Pilipinas Servicio Fair in Legazpi City, more than 350 families in Albay received financial help under the Integrated Disaster Shelter Assistance Program. Families whose homes have been severely damaged received 30,000 pesos, while families with partially damaged houses got 10,000 pesos. In Catanduanes, the agency gave 15 million pesos worth of housing materials under the Homes Program. This is an added support after over 14 million pesos worth of materials were initially distributed in Naga City and Camarines Sur. The DSUD also assured immediate actions to help disaster victims. 22 million pesos assistance will be provided in Camarines Sur and Naga City after Christine's onslaught. The northeast monsoon is affecting the extreme northern Luzon. Based on Pag-asa's latest weather forecast, Caraga and Davao region may expect cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. Batanes and Babuyan Islands may also encounter cloudy skies with rains. Meanwhile, Metro Manila and the rest of the country will experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms due to the easterlies. Up next, First Lady Luis Liza Arneta Marcos leads the Lab for All Caravan in Pasay. DTI's Panubli On 2024 Trade Fair held in Western Visayas. These and more when Stories Balitang Pambansa returns.
Ating tuklasin ang kwento ng isang magsasaka na nakatira sa Barangay Supit, Munisipalidad ng Titay, na siyang naghintay ng 2 dekada para sa kanyang lupa. Si Noli Sumangil ay isang pastor at magsasaka, ama ng 2 anak at asawa ni Annalyn Pajarito Sumangil.
Kay kaning akong area nga 2.6 hectares na ako ni mag 20 years na karon o mao na mga developments nga among nahimo diri.
Mahigit 300,000 piso na ang kanilang kinita dahil sa suporta ng DAR. Mahigit 2 ektarya ang lupa nila at naging matagumpay sila sa pagtatanim ng kalamansi.
So dili jud masukod ang among kalipay, actually ang DAR no nga mo provide na jud sa among hatag na jud ang titulo nga among ginapaabot sa taas nga ginapangandoy sa taas ng panahon. At least na jud mi kasiguruhan nga ang yuta nga among ginatikan maamo na jud. Thank you kayo.
Si Noli ay isa lamang sa mahigit 4,000 benepisyaryo na nakatanggap ng kanilang pinakaaasam na titulo. Mula sa simula ng administrasyon ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr., mahigit 8,000 titulo na rin ang naipamahagi sa rehiyon ng Zamboanga na sumasaklaw sa mahigit 12,000 ektarya.
Susunod sa Lakbay to Go, Presidential Help Desk. Sa tindi ng epekto ng El Nino sa ating bansa, ilang LGUs ang kinakailangan magdeklara ng state of calamity. At ito ang kasalukuyang binabantayan ng ating pamahalaan.
Isang linggo lang po, nandito na lahat yung mga ahensya na nagbigay ng tulong, lalo na po yung Department of Social Work and Development.
Layunin ng programa na tiyakin ho na may tubig sa mga pamayanan natin. Tiyakin din na sapat ho ang pagkain ng ating mga kababayan.
Kasama sila Attorney Jeffrey Gallardo at Justine Lagamon. Lakbay Tugon, Presidential Help Desk, ngayong linggo, alas 7 ng gabi, dito lang sa PTV.
The Philippines and New Zealand reiterated their commitment to strengthening defense cooperation on the sidelines of the Asian Defense Ministers meeting in Vientiane, Laos, the Philippine News Agency reported. Department of National Defense Secretary Gilberto Chidoro Jr. met with New Zealand Defense Minister Judith Collins to address common security issues and explore opportunities for cooperation. Collins expressed New Zealand's concern over developments in the West Philippine Sea and offered support to the Philippines, highlighting the strong relationship between the two nations and their shared interest in regional security and cooperation. The two countries also underscored the importance of collaboration in addressing non-traditional security threats, to include humanitarian assistance and disaster response. First Lady Luis Liza Araneta Marcos spearheads the Lab for All caravan launching in Pasay, where residents receive medical and dental services free of charge. PTV's Rod Lagusad tells us more.
Many lined up to avail of the services offered by the Lab for All caravan in Pasay City, which aims to bring various medical services closer to the public. It offers pre-laboratory services such as blood and urine tests and other important laboratory procedures. It also provides free consultations with specialists including pediatrics, gynecology, and general medicine. Medicines were also distributed for free, along with dental services and complementary minor surgical procedures for eligible patients.
Napakalaking tulong ho talaga to para sa mga katulad namin, lalo na sa senior citizen. Alam na lahat, walang kahirap-hirap. Malaking tulong po dito sa Pasay yan, lalo na po yung maintenance sa mga gamot. Kaya masaya ho. Sa high blood, sa diabetes, sa rayuma.
The program is a brainchild of First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos, who spearheaded today's proceedings.
Nandito po kami para itupad yung pangako ng asawa ko. Sabi kasi ng asawa ko sa SONA niya, we should bring government services closer to the people and not the other way around.
Various government agencies also took part, such as DOH, DA, which brought agricultural materials and seedlings, while CHED offered scholarship grants, along with the private sector. According to Pasay LGU, the national government complements the programs implemented by the local government.
Nagkakadugtungan at nagtutulungan ang national agencies, pati po ang local government, para po ang mga pagkukulang namin ay magkaroon po ng kadugtong upang masagot ang pangangailangan ng aming mga kababayan.
According to the mayor, today's event is not the end, as the LGU is already implementing its own social services. From PTV, Rod Lagusad, Balitang Pambansa.
The Department of Trade and Industry organized the Panublion 2024 Trade Fair, which highlights the heritage and creativity of MSMEs in Western Visayas. Philippine Information Agency Western Visayas correspondent April Grace Padilla has more.
Various crafts of micro, small, and medium enterprises, or MSMEs, in Western Visayas were recently showcased in the premier regional trade fair dubbed Panublion 2024, the power of local creativity of the Department of Trade and Industry 6. A total of 185 exhibitors from the provinces in Western Visayas joined the activity. Featured products include a diverse range of items such as fashion accessories, gifts, furnishings, decorative crafts, food products, and footwear.
We are proud to present the 6 distinct pavilions. So you can see this whole stretch. It's unlike before that we are gathered in one whole place. This whole stretch of the mall where the 6 pavilions are present showcases the unique innovations and creative spirit of each province. These pavilions demonstrates how our local communities continue to evolve, staying true to their roots, yet looking at the future.
MSMEs who joined also expressed their positive response in the conduct of panublion and other trade fairs initiated by the GTI.
Duro-duro din niya salamat kay naturuan kami ang pag-iagod ma-showcase ang among product kay bakal nga bulig ya sa kada MSME kada producers kang antike.
Aside from the trade fair, other highlights of the Panublion include a food crawl celebrating Iloilo's status as a UNESCO Creative City of Astronomy and a grand fashion show featuring distinctive collection by local MSMEs.
From Philippine Information Agency Western Visayas, April Grace Padilla for Balitang Pambansa.
The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP reported both new players and incumbent banks have shown interest in obtaining a license to operate as digital banks. Based on the information gathered by the Philippine News Agency, the central bank is assessing which existing digital-centric institutions qualify as digital banks. Starting January 1 next year, the BSP will resume granting licenses to digital banks. However, only 4 licenses will be available as it only limits a maximum of 10 digital banks to operate in the country. Grassroots programs play an integral role in Philippine sports development. And as the Batang Pinoy 2024 comes off the wraps this weekend, new stories of hope are yet to be unfolded and future sports stars will be born. Radyo Pilipinas sports correspondent Dennis Hilanga has more.
Some of the country's sports icons came from scratch and had nothing then but dreams to fulfill. Just like Olympic gold medalists Carlos Yulo and Heidelin Diaz Naranjo, who used Batang Pinoy in reaching the pinnacle, hope springs eternal as well for thousands of young Filipino dreamers playing in the grassroots level. This is the time to carve their own paths to success as roughly 12,000 student athletes representing 177 local government units from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao are set to brave the challenge of the Batang Pinoy 2024 in Puerto Princesa City in Palawan. They will be divided into 3 age brackets, the 12 to 13, 14 to 15, and 16 to 17 years old, with all of them ready to shine in the November 23 to 28 Sports Fest, where a total of 1,554 gold medals are at stake across 30 sports. Except for artistic gymnastics, which will be held at the MVP Gymnastics Center in Intramuros, Manila, all of the other events will be played in Puerto Princesa. Baguio City will be the golden standard again among participating LGUs, as the City of Pines is on target to capture its 5th consecutive overall championship after dominating in 2018, 2019, 2022, and 2023. Pasig City, on the other hand, is also a force to reckon with, following its back-to-back number 2 finish in the overall ranking. The Philippine Sports Commission will hand a 3 million peso incentive for the winning LGU, while the second best will get 2.5 million pesos. The third to fifth placers will receive 2 million, 1.5 million, and 1 million pesos accordingly. Meanwhile, it will be a memorable milestone for Batang Pinoy this year as it celebrates its silver anniversary, with a grand opening ceremony on Saturday expected to give vibrance to the occasion. PSC founded the annual tournament 25 years ago, and since 1999 it went on to rise as the agency's major grassroots program, where also the likes of Olympic medalists Carlo Paalam and Nesty Petesio had their humble beginnings. PSC Executive Director Paulo Tatad assured the Batang Pinoy will always be true to its mission in discovering talents who will bring glory to the Philippines.
I become PSC or whoever leading sports agency, I think Batang Pinoy will be here to stay, because it should be something, it's a program that, let's say, the kids should be exposed to for them to display their talents with regard to sports.
For Radyo Pilipinas 2 Sports, Dennis Hilanga, Balitang, Pambansa.
And that concludes our rundown of the latest, widest, and most comprehensive news and information from all across the nation. This is your trusted news source, always ready to inform and serve the Filipino people. Catch Balitang Pambansa again tomorrow at 7 a.m., 12 noon, 6 p.m., and 9:30 p.m. for more updates and developments. From Radyo Pilipinas, I'm Joe Fernandez, and this is Balitang Pambansa.